Hello, good morning, everyone. Today we are going to talk about 2024 HomeLife Landmark Bootcamp, and the topic 12 is very important topic, how to prepare the listing for freehold. So let's start. Okay, so let's say if you have a client, they want to sell their property, it's a freehold property. Maybe you want to sell your own property, maybe your friend, maybe whatever, anyone, they want to sell the freehold property. So we are going to talk about how we are going to start. So we're going to use a web form. And before the web form used to be here, but right now they change the space, change the place to the, before the Skyslope is here. So right now they just sweep from here. So we go click web form to start. So we have our first one. We need to use web form to create the forms, the transaction. Second one, we need find out the information for the listing for the property, the listing property. And the next one, we are going to fill all the information and also the MLS data form, and also to add this to the MLS, and how to add to listing, how to submit, we are going to show you. Okay, so one more time, go to web form. So when the web form open, let's see which property we're going to prepare for the listing. So usually if you have someone ask you to do the listing, for me, I will first to search from MLS, because I want to make sure this property is already on the MLS or not. So go to residential freehold, because this is a freehold. Let's use one sample. This is a listing I was listed last year, 2027. Okay, let me check from here. Duplicate. SAPPHIRE. Okay, so I have address. When I search the property address, and I found zero match, that means currently there's no listing available on the market. So when I unclick, that means everything could be possible. When I uncheck, so there's a 2 result. That means, fortunately, I can find from the previous listing. So there's a 2 available for this property. So that's all the information. And sometimes we cannot, maybe the property never listed on the MLS. So we cannot find the information. So I will let you know how to do that. So first, let's go back to web form. It's already open. Let's create transaction. So the first step, we create transaction. And property transaction name. Okay, we have. And this is, I will use like a training purpose. And this is, I need to choose a template. The template is 001, it's a freehold. So freehold, I found 01E, freehold listing for sale. And after I found the template, remember, don't do anything for the rest. We have some agent, they just trying to, find the Toronto real estate board, and then they cannot create. So if you create anything, it's not from MLS. Remember, just 2 things. One is a transaction name. Second one, template. We have last agent made this mistake. They cannot go if we choose the rest of information. Okay, so let's create. Okay, so once the transaction create, so there's a quick and easy way, because I take a training yesterday, and from the Long Wolf, they teach me how to use the web form. So I found there's another way. You see there's like the blue color. You don't need to fill all the information, but the blue color is mandatory. So we may start here for the blue color. This is residential, and we keep going or purchase price. Okay, forget about that because this is when you prepare the offer. So I think yesterday I take a training is for the prepared offer. Okay, let's quickly go forms. That is one of the easy way I really like. Go forms. And if you go to forms, this is a template or office we already create. So first one is really easy. We go to 100 listing agreement. And before you start the form, I think you have to ask a seller to provide few information. First information and the seller's ID, photo ID. Next information is a property tax for the most recently property tax. And so before we start, let's go back to MLS. We have all the information here. In case, if you cannot find the previous listing on the MLS, so I will go another easy way. I search the neighbor in this area. Take a look at the house. You see that the house looks like this model. So I will check a very similar model in the neighborhood. So after I take research, I found this is the model, same model, but it's just a mirror. The garage on the right, but this one the garage is on the left. So the model and it's supposed to be same, but the only thing is that they have a mirrored layout. So let's keep going search. I found another one exactly same. If you can take a look, yeah, it's the same. And that is the previous listing on the MLS. The reason I want to find is because I cannot find anything for the property. To find anything, I need to do my research. My research will help me to get as many information as I can. So I will know how many bedroom. I will know the, how many kitchen, bathroom, and also the room measurement. After I get that information, I have to go to property, meet with the seller physically to check. So the next one before we start, so we get the seller's driver license copy, we get the property tax, and we have to do another thing is we go tours, we go to Geowarehouse. The reason we go to Geowarehouse is because we want to make sure whose name on the title. We want to sell the property for the real seller, making sure we are getting the right property to sell. 27. Okay, so because it's already I searched it before, so I found out if I not searched it before, maybe I will enter the full address. They will come out. This is a property, and I will get, PIN number, row number, and also I get the property details. They will show me the owner's name. They will show me the more. It's a property, it's a freehold, and also the PIN number is right here. And the next one, I have the measurement. You see the measurement, the frontage, depths. So they will show on the map. And the next one, I will check the property is a single family, and also the year to build, which year they built, how many bedroom, how many full bathroom, how many half bathroom, how many story, and the legal description right here. So I have all kind of the information. Based on this information, I check the MLS. There's another similar property. So now I will start my paperwork. So the seller's name, so for the training purpose, I just use a fake name. Let's use the John, fake name, don't worry. And if they have another owner on the title, you can quickly check a Geowarehouse. You will see whose name on the title. So I don't want to get the real person's name. Check whose name on the title and copy paste here. And the next one, designated representative. That means me as a listing agent, I will put my name on behalf of the brokerage. So the property address, 2727. So here, so here, drive. And the next one, when I'm going to list on the MLS. So this is a really tricky part. Usually, so I would quickly talk to the seller before, before to meet them and ask what is the situation, what is their plan. Maybe they will say, you know what, I'm going to quickly clean up the property. Hopefully maybe early of the March, we can put on the MLS. So now I'm going to put early of the March, maybe March 1st. And what is the expire date? So we are not 100%. The March we'll put on the MLS, so maybe early, maybe late. So just a temporary date we put on MLS for now. Usually need 60 days minimum. So March plus 60 days will be end of the May. So for a little bit of safe, I will put one more extra month, maybe 3 months, end of the June. So hopefully we can sold before end of the June. So for the property, how much we should list? So we are going to do the CMA after we finish all the forms. For the commission, usually commission is really heartache part. I know lots of people, they say, oh, how much should I charge? Usually I will suggest you put the commission, call-op commission will be very easy because the call-op commission is usually standard is a 2.5. Maybe some area is a 2.25. Maybe outside of the Toronto is 2%. But however, I will put a 2.5 because I check the neighborhood. Most of the listing is a 2.5. So the best way is meet with the neighborhood listing. And for total commission, unless this is your own property, maybe your relative, maybe your best friend, otherwise, I will suggest you put maybe 5%. And if you think 5% is too much, maybe you can put 4.5. And most of the people, it's not only to see the commission, how much you give the cheaper commission. Most of the people will see how much the service you will provide. How are you going to market the property? How are you going to sell the property? So preprint, I will leave 4.5. I think it's reasonable. Unless, in the last minute, you meet with the seller to send a listing agreement. Maybe the seller said, you know what, I have another one friend, maybe whatever paper, they will give me 4%. If you don't give me 4%, I'm not going to lease with you. So you can, based on the situation, to do the change. But usually, I will suggest you to put a 4.5. I think that is reasonable. And for the rest of the information, is nothing we can do. Just put the agent's name and the buyer's name, and also here we're missing the agent's name for the insurance declaration. Okay, so that is a very, very simple form. Only state the seller's name, property address, when are you going to start, how much the commission, and what is the listing price. So next, we are going to go to the very tricky part, 290. This is the form. It's a really heartache form. And you will see there's lots of information. And there's 2 ways we can fill this form. The one is a traditional way. We just start as like a normal, just from the row number, we know where we can find the row number from Geowarehouse. We have a row number here. You copy this row number exactly will be correct. And the PIN number, if you need, will be here. And the owner's name. So I will slowly to show you because I have some video. I show the seller's name because of the privacy reason. They delete my video. So I'm not going to show you. So copy the seller's name. And so that is one way, but I think right now it's going to be with lots of time. So I will suggest you do another way. It's going to, because this is going to be duplicated, do the double work. So forget about this form for now. I will show you the best way. And we quickly go, the next one is working with a realtor form. And this time we are going to represent the seller, and the seller need to acknowledge they receive the recall information guide. And this is the seller's name. And this is our office name, HomeLife. So as to save time, I just put, you know where we can type in the name, HomeLife Landmark Realty in. So that's done for this form. And the next form, we are going to fill the fund track ID. So fund track ID, if there's one seller, we need a one fund track ID. If there's two seller, we need a two fund track ID. One person, one set. So salesperson name is your name. When we are going to verify the information is today the full legal name, the seller's name. Based on the driver's license, you need to write down there where they live. And based on the driver's license, you need to find out the date of the birth date for the seller. And the next one is the occupation. The occupation is very important. You need to ask the homeowner, seller, where are you working? What are you doing for living? What is your, what job title and the company name? We need two information. So next one, we have a driver's license. We get the driver's license number, and we get the expiry date. So if you have A1 driver's license, so we don't need to go A2. Forget about A2, forget about the A3. We go next page. Next page is for the third party. We forget about that because we have the client, they have a job. The C is client risk. So you need to ask the client, the current status is a citizen or physically living here or not. What is their foreign citizen based on the real situation to select. So last one is for the business relation and what is the property currently they are using for the personal use or for the income purpose. You have to choose. And yeah, that's it for the fund track. And then we go the next one, MLS property information. So this form is not supposed to be here because this is for ITSO. Someone, if you are Mississauga Board member, you know what's ITSO. So if you are Mississauga Board member, if you're leasing the property for Mississauga Board, you need the ITSO MLS property information form. For tribe member, you don't need this form. Forget about this form. And the 244 is the seller's property information, seller direction. Maybe we'll quickly go seller direction form. Usually we don't need to use this form unless, the seller side, we are going to have a strategy for the selling. We are going to hold the offer for until next week, maybe next week, Wednesday. So we will put here next week, Wednesday. We are going to accept our offer by next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. So that's the reason we should use this from seller's direction. And maybe you have other direction. See, seller reserve the right to receive the preemptive offer. So that means there are any bully offer coming, the seller still concede to review the offer. And that is for seller's direction. Let's go to the last form. is a residential income information checklist, rental or lease, chattels or fixture. Usually we don't need to use this form. And so for most of the reason, I will leave this form for now. We don't need this form. The most important form is 200, listing agreement, and working with a realtor, contract ID. That's form. And then now let's go to the price, because before we go to the MLS data form, let's go to price first. See how we are going to decide how much the price we are going to list. So quickly, I will do the CMA for this property. It's L1X. I will copy, and I will see this is one garage, 4-bedroom. Price range 2,000 to 2,500. And they have a kitchen, one kitchen, unfinished basement. Okay, so based on this information, I will quickly go MLS. I will do the search, Freehold. From Freehold, I will go map search, jump to the area. Okay, so I will use radius based from the radius, I will go maybe 400 meters or 500 meters. And I will see there's a similar property sold within next 6 months. This is detached. This is a 4-bedroom. And this is one garage. So we have 3 listings available. And we check the 3 listings from one by one. And they have a frontage and the dips, and how much they list, how much they sold, and how many days on the market. And the most important thing is that we check the tax rate, how much the tax. So next one, this is pretty new. Okay, so basically, based on this property, 3 property, I will quickly let computer to run the quick CMA. So I will click select everything. I will go quick CMA. From the quick CMA, the system will give me the price. For the max price, maybe it can go 1.2. For the average price is 1.157, 1.157. Maybe the lower price, minimum is 1.1. So based on this number, I will ask a seller, so what is your situation? What is your motivation? If the seller said, I'm looking for the higher price, so I will suggest them go maybe 1.2, may take a longer time to sell. If the seller said, I want, just not too rush, not just normal, average. So maybe I will go to an average or median. Average, that means take everything and get the average price. Median is take the highest, take the lowest, get the price on the middle. So if the seller say, I want quickly to sell my property, I will suggest them go from the minimum price. So that is the price strategy. It's not only we ask a seller, your property can sold 1.2, but the seller said, I need quickly to get off the property. I need a use for the maybe move back to the country, whatever reason. So you have to know the motivation. Based on their motivation, do the right strategy, price strategy. So for this scenario, because the seller said, just normal, it's not too rush, it's not, to just want like a normal situation. Maybe I will list in 1.149. So that is the price I will suggest to a seller to list. And from listing, agreement. $1.149. So that's his price. And yeah, that's it. Now we are going to go to the very important form, is MLS data form. So to save your time, to save you, I will suggest you not to finish the data form from here, rather from MLS listing. Let's go to Matrix, and let's go to add edit. You see add edit from here. When you click add edit, they will lead you to run MLS at system, because whatever use the matrix, whatever use the run stratus, there's only one system we can use to add a listing. So there's a few ways to add a listing. One is add a listing by row number. We have a row number, ARN number. If we go check with a Geowarehouse, we find the ARN number, row number, copy, and we paste from here. The system will search from the land registry. If I click, they will come out the property information. So I can use create to create a listing. So that is one way. Next way, if the property was listed before, let's say the property was listed before, we can search the previous MLS number. For example, this property was listed before. I will copy the previous MLS number. I will go to edit listing. From edit listing, paste, and search. You will colon listing. That means I can colon the listing. I will use 80 or 90% of the information from the previous listing. So that is the best and the fast way to help you save your time to do the MLS data form. Okay, so let's use a column because this is going to be save time. In case, if you can find it from previous listing. Remember, the column listing is only if the property for lease, you use it for lease. For sale, you column for sale. You cannot use the for lease listing column to for sale listing. Cannot be cross the types. Okay, so let's start with the column listing. And they will ask you member name. So if you use your system, will be see your name there. And all the rest of the information is correct. I will create listing. And all the information from previous listing is already here. So I will double check, make sure you see the Austria is mandatory. If not, like acre, how many acre is not mandatory. I will leave it because I don't want to waste the time. And yeah, that is the first one, location. Second one, amount. We already get amount 1149. And the tax, we have to ask a seller what is the current most recent tax. So if the seller told you the current tax for 2023 and the final tax, let's say will be a 7,159.59 cents and 25, just make up the number. So you have to check with the seller, ask them what is the real tax number, exactly number. So assessment is not mandatory. I leave blank. Contract date, that's very important. Remember, we cannot select contract date other than today. So if today we are going to prepare the listing, but the MLS will live March 1st. So I have to, on the March 1st, I have to physically come here and click a draft. When I click a draft, I have to change the date to March 1st. After I change it to March 1st, I will click submit. So I cannot put in the future state, but we can, we can put today's date because this is for temporary, put today's date. Remember, don't submit if we put in. The listing is for the future. And the next expire date is really easy. We already put end of the June. And the position date and the position remark. So that's two, you choose either one, not both. And we have some agents that position date, you only can do on the calendar. That means I have exactly date when you are going to give the property to the potential buyer. I don't know. They don't have even they don't have an offer yet. How can I know when we are going to give? So we cannot put the exact date. So that's why we put either one, position date, position remark. Usually, if the seller told you, you know what, 1 month to rush, 2 months, 60 days, or to be arranged, it will be good. That means minimum 2 months, maybe we can still negotiate. So I will put 60 days / to be A. And the holdover 90 days, because when the MLS is already set, if the property expired or terminate after 90 days, if there's anyone seeing the property within the listing period, they still wanted to come back to buy the property, we still have the obligation to help the seller to do the transaction. Holdover. And the seller's name, remember we check from Geowarehouse. We put the seller's name. Anyway, just for training only, put whatever name. So that is for the amount. Hope you can, for your listing, take a little bit of time to read. It's not difficult. Next one, exterior. And this is a property for detached. This is not link. And for the next one, you see there's no extra. I will leave blank. Only find some other like exterior. This is, I see it. This is stucco. Yeah, this is stucco. It's not a brick. So I will choose stucco. Where is the stucco? Yeah. And next one is for the garage is a built-in. How many garage space? 1. How many parking is a private parking? How many parking space? 1. How many total parking? 2. Is water is municipal. The swimming pool, they don't have a pool. The sewer is the city sewer system. And the next one, this is not mandatory. I leave blank. And the special destination, yes, it's mandatory. For this one, 99.9 or 100%, we just put the unknown. Don't waste the time to check, just put the unknown. And the next one, the property age, so it's not mandatory. And usually I will suggest you put age because we know from the Geowarehouse when it was built. And the last of the agent, they search the listing, they will search the age. Let's see here. You see the age. Lots of agent, they will search age. If we don't put the age, maybe we're missing that listing to some agent searching. And square footage is not mandatory unless you are 100% make sure you know the square footage. We have some agent, they said, oh, my seller's property is 1,999. Only 1 square footage is not reached to 2,000. So can I put 2,000 to 2,005? So don't do that. Just either leave blank, don't write the square footage, either write down exactly from the 1,500 to 2,000. Because some buyer from some country, they're selling the home price is based on the square footage. So you said there's 1 square foot is different, but they will ask a lawyer to sue you from 2,500 plus 1. So that's lots. And the next one, the property, this is not mandatory. I leave blank. So waterfront is not apply. Next one, interior. How many bedroom? 9 bedroom. This is from the previous listing. And if we don't have a previous listing, remember we check from the neighborhood. We check from the other listing. Other listing is very similar. Other listing is very similar. We can find the other listing. We can find the other listing, how many rooms, how many bedroom, how many bathroom. Maybe it's not 100%, but at least we get some same layout, same model property to use that information. Let's say they have a room, living room, dining, great room, kitchen, breakfast, primary bedroom, bedroom. So that's information. It's really, really close. Maybe have a little bit difference. It should be very close. And yeah, we keep going. That is how many rooms. Lots of people confused. How come there's 9 rooms? How to count the room? So let's go to the next one, the room. Or before the room, maybe I will go here. That's easy. I check the room. Living room, they will count 1 room. Dining room, they will count 1 room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You see that 9 room, including the main floor and include the second floor. Living room, dining room, even that is combined together, we consider as 2. Kitchen, consider as 1 room. Breakfast, 1 room. Dining room, maybe family room. So foyer is not a room. Bathroom is not a room. And the laundry room is not a room. So I don't know why, but I just follow these rules. And I was training from the tribe. They said a functional room. Anyway, so I just follow that. It's 9 rooms, 4 bedroom, 1 kitchen, and a bathroom. How many bathroom? From the Geowarehouse, we see they have 2 full piece, 1 half piece, total have 3. So I will come back, 1 2 piece, that means a half in the ground floor. So usually we call that powder room. 1 room is how many washroom? 2 piece, 1 is a toilet, 1 is the sink. So that's considered as 2. So we have 5 piece in the second floor. That is ensuite for the master bedroom. Why they consider as 5? Let's see if I can find a photo for you. Listing and okay, so this is a master bedroom. 5 piece, that means 1 sink, 1 toilet, 2, and 1 tub, 3, and 1 shower. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the sink, they have 2 sink. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why I consider it as 5. But you can put a 4 piece or 5 piece. It's not really matter. And usually the 1 sink is 1 piece. 2 sink is 2 piece. So that is for the master bedroom. We have 5 piece. And another bathroom is for everyone they can use, like share with other room, 4 piece. 1 sink, 1 toilet, and 1 is for the bathtub, and another one is for the shower head. So that is 4 piece. And a family room, yes, basement unfinished, they have workout. And the fireplace, yes, they have. And what's the heating source is gas. Heating type is forced air. Air condition is central air. And that is for the, and the next one is for the room. Room is like we already write down for the main living room. This is from the previous listing. If they don't have anything, we have to manually put all the information here. So that's why we check the MLS. If they have a previous, it's going to save us last time. And then for the commons is empty because the MLS system did not allow we automatically copy from the previous one. So we have to write down something for the remark of the client. That means introduce a property. Usually you will see, where the property is located and how the property looks like. And is there any feature? Is there any selling point for the property? Is a client remark. I know someone can write down very beautiful article. You can also write down the client remark very well. And next one for the extra or inclusion is what is the furnace, sorry, not the furnace, is the appliance will be included in. Usually fridge, stove, built-in dishwasher, washer, dryer, window covering will be stay there. And sometimes the seller, they have a chandelier from dining room. Maybe it's when they get married, someone gave the gift. So that's why the chandelier, they will take away. So you can write down something is exclusion. You need to write down. Make sure the seller, they have something is not included. And the rental item, usually the rental item will be a hot water tank. So we can put a rental item, hot water tank. And the remark for the brokerage is communicate with the agent. You can put how it's going to be show the property. Let's see, we have right here, the lockbox, easy showing. That means we have lockbox there. You can book appointment anytime. And schedule B, touch with offer anytime. If there's any offer, email to who. And maybe you have an offer presentation. You need to write down when, what time. So that is communicate with the agent or the broker remark. And then we keep going for the others. This is the brokerage information and your, as a salesperson, your name. And you can put your cell phone number here. Easy to let the agent contact you. Maybe some agent, they don't want too many people know your phone number. You can put office number. So every time you have anything, office will page you. But anyway, I will suggest you put your cell phone because some people, if they have any inquiry, easy to reach you. So next one, the commission. So we already have mentioned, we have a 2.5% and SPIS, Seller Property Information Statement. So most of the case, we don't use SPIS. We just simply put a no. And the next one is distributed to internet. So distribute the internet, that means go to realtor.ca. So if you say, oh, yes, I want to go to realtor.ca, let more people to see it, I will choose yes. And the next one, display the address on internet. So some people maybe say, I want my listing, my property on the MLS, on realtor.ca, but I don't want the people know the property address. That means they can search from the map, there's only dot, but they don't have address. For most of the case, I will check yes. That means that you have exactly address on the realtor.ca. DDF, like we choose yes. So that is going to be automatically syndicated to the other agents' website app. So because some agent, they have their own website. The website, the MLS listing is through the DDF, IDX to their website. So we want to get more exposure. So we will choose yes. And the permission to contact listing broker to advertising. Yes. Yes, that means not. Like sometimes we see the MLS, they have a permission to add to us. The mean is not you just directly to promote to your social media. That means you still need to get an in writing consent. If we see the listing from the other brokerage, let's see, this is from other brokerage. You'll see there's a ask permission to ask, yes. So we still need contact the agent, tell them, so I wanted to do the advertising to my social media. Maybe my social media is focused on more, lots of the people come from, China, and please reply the email to let me know if you agree to promote your listing. So that's it. You have to at least send an email if you want to promote other agents from other brokerage the listing. So if from the same brokerage, if you see some listing from the same brokerage, and you can just simply to, let's say this is a listing from our office, and you can just simply to send a message, maybe call, say, hey, Simon from the same office, I see you have a listing, and would you mind I put on the social media to help you to promote? So you don't need to get in writing consent. If the listing agent say, okay, go ahead. So that's easy to help you promote. So that is the permission to contact a listing broker to advertising. Yes, that means you still need to get permission. Maybe the seller said, you know what? I only want to give the listing to you. I don't want anyone else to promote my listing. So you may check no. Open house. So the open house, lots of people get confused. This open house is not public open house. Public open house, we have to go to here. Tools, we have to go to manage my profile here. So the open house from here is only for the agent. So most of the case, forget about that. Don't waste your time, leave it. And the next one, occupants. That means right now it's owner, tenant, or vacant. Let's say this property is vacant, I will put a vacant. But most of the case, we are not suggest you put a vacant property, because vacant property is create more risk. So some agent, maybe it's a good agent, some agent is a non-professional agent. So you never know. So best way is to put the owner. Even that is a vacant property, I will still suggest you put the owner. And next one, contact after expire. No. What's that mean? Contact after expire. That means the property expired. So would you mind? If the seller asks me what mean the contact after expire, I will let them know, if the property expired today, so do you want other agent to bother you all the time after that? Bother is one of the wording, is let them feel not comfortable. But actually, if you see contact after expire, yes, let's say if there's any property, say yes. Most of the case, they will say no. That means once the property expired, you can contact the agent, contact the homeowner. Yes, contact after expire. This is sold. We have to find the expired property. Expired property. No, most of the agent, they say no. If they say no, I know some agent, you see the property expired, just directly go to the door, knock the door, said, oh, I see your listing expired. Would you mind? Let me to list for you. So if the homeowner, they know the rule is after expired no, that means you are not allowed directly to approach them. So you will get a problem. So that is a contact after expired. Here's a virtual tour link. If you get a professional photographer to get the virtual tour, you get the link, you can copy to here. For the rest of the link, just leave blank. Most of the case, we don't use that. We only use virtual tour link. And the next one, photo. I think you already asked the professional people to do the professional photo. You can upload. The max photo will be a 40 photos. So even you don't have a professional people, I know some people you want to take a photo by yourself. Make sure the photo is a landscape. Don't use a portrait. That means they will fit. Let me see any sample to easy. You see that photo is 4:3. It's easy to meet. It's exactly match. But see this one, the photo is not landscape, but they use portrait. That means they have a space on the side. It's not looks like a professional. Okay, so next photo, after photo attachment. Lots of people will say what I can put attachment. First one, Schedule B. Where we can find the Schedule B? 2 places. One is from the web form. Remember, we create transaction. The transaction we just create, and we go to document. When we open the transaction, we go to document. From the document, we see our office Schedule B. So we can click here to download. After you download the Schedule B, you can upload to here for the attachment. If you're the listing agent and also you're the homeowner, so you can attach disclosure to here. If you have a survey, if you have other Schedule C, you can attach other information from here. So that is, we spend most of the time for this listing add edit. Once the listing add edit finish, we can go to preview, and we go click generate. When you generate, this is the MLS preview. On the preview, the bottom, you see the signature. So that's why we spend the one time and we download the form. You see here is download the form, save the form, and we put the form together in web form. We ask a seller to sign 1, 2, and we go to basket. We go to authentic sign, and we attach the form from the here. We already, see we download the form. Once we download the form to download, we save, and we use authentic sign upload. We upload it to authentic sign. That means we have one listing agreement, one MLS data form. You can ask your seller sign here. That means you don't need waste the time to do the from the MLS data form to one more time and spend another maybe 15, 30, even 45 minutes to add listing, do another time, repeat your job. So that is for listing, finish the forms. We finished the upload the listing, and because right now the listing is on the draft, so even you close the window. Let's say today is March 1st, and you already signed the document, and then now we go to add it again, maybe March 1st morning, and we click add it. And we go to my draft. So the draft will show my listing, my draft here. When I click my draft, when I change the date, contract date to today's date, let's say today is March 1st, to match the listing agreement, and then I will click submit. Submit will be shown here, submit listing. So before the submit, you can always validate. That means your system will see, is there any information missing? the submit button will be here. So I'm not going to submit because if I submit, the listing will be live. So in case you are doing the like a practice, you are not going to do the real listing. Remember, never click submit. Maybe you can use a training model. Training model is much more safer. Even it's to avoid you do the mistakenly to submit the listing. So once listing submit, and you are able to use the broker bay to set up the showing instruction. So showing instruction, maybe we will take time to do the broker bay how to set up for another training. And let me see, I'm still missing one information for the open house. Lots of people say, oh, how can I put the open house to the, show the open house to realtor.ca, let other people know I have an open house. So once the listing uploads, just wait for another 10-15 minutes, maybe sometimes a few hours. And then we go back to the manage my profile from the Matrix under tool, manage my profile. And we log in to our manage my profile. So the tribe number is your tribe number, and the password is your first name, initial plus your last name. First name, initial plus your last name. See, if my name is Sammy Yang, I will put my first name, initial S, and the last name, YANG, is my login password. Once you log in, you go to open house, and you click add open house. And you can add from your listing. Let's say you have a listing, click add. I will go check the date. You see the date, put the 17, this weekend. When I click save, they will come out. Let's say I put a save. So they have one list, one open house come out. So I need another open house for the Sunday. So add another open house. I click 18 and I click save. You see there's another open house. That means that's it. That's very easy. So that open house will show up on the MLS, realtor.ca, Sigma, and other, like whatever the app, whatever the website, they will show there's open house. So because this is not for real, I will delete. Okay, so that is the open house where you need to add open house. And let's quickly go review because today's topic is very too much information. So I will first, if someone want to sell the property, you need to find out their real name and find out their property tax, prepare the form from the web form, create a transaction from the web form. And after you create the transaction, you need quickly to fill the information for field form, MLS listing, and working with realtor fund track. And for the MLS data form, you can fill out the information from here. Or you can go to add edit. From add edit, you only do once. For web form, MLS data form, you have to do twice. Because here you fill out the information, you have to come back here, do one more time. So that's why I will strongly suggest you only add listing from the MLS data from here. And also, if the property was listed before, you check the history, you can clone listing to save you last time. If the property is never listed before, like we have someone, they said, oh, I just closed one new condo. The new condo, let's say the new condo listing. So I will still leave it for now. So if there's any like property you freehold, let's say this property is never listed before. I will search the neighborhood. I will find, is there any property very, very similar? The similar, you can check, looks like a very similar. This is similar. This is similar. Because when I search the similar property, it's with me lots of time, spend a lot of time to check. And if I find a similar property, I will use their information. And once I go meet with the seller, I will double check all the information I found. See if they have a living room, dining room, maybe quickly bring the tape and do the measurement, make sure the measurement is really close. So if the measurement is totally different, I have to correct. So that is our job. And also you need to get a lockbox. You can buy lockbox from the trap realtor store, because the trap realtor store is usually not make money, just for help our agent. Its price is really low. Of course, if you need a lockbox, like a Saturday, Sunday, holiday, if you really need, you can go to any Home Depot. They have a lockbox, but a little bit expensive. Or you can buy from the Amazon choice. But don't buy too cheap one, because the cheap one will be broken very quickly. So that is for lockbox, and also the for sale sign. You need to get the for sale sign, open house sign ready. For sale sign, you can ask our office. We have a office website. Let me quickly go website. This is a huge topic, huge. So with trying to use 45 minutes to finish is not possible, but I will try to finish as soon as possible. And if you go to office website, we have for sale sign, open house sign, office resource, the marketing resource, and we have a listing flyer. We have a for sale sign, open house sign template. So you can send your image, your information to our office, marketing@homelifelandmark.com or design@homelifelandmark.com. And the office will help you to design the for sale sign, and then you can go to any printing shop to get the print. And for the for sale sign post, some people say, oh, I get a for sale sign, I need to get a post. So for our office, we use Smart Post Installer. It's called smartpostinstallers.com. And you can log in is your email address, the password. If your first time, you try your trap ID. If trap ID not working, maybe you can use forget the password. And the login, you can place the for sale, the post. The post is only cost, it's cost, I think, $50. $50, maybe $50 or $60, I forget. It's a post. It looks like this post. I know someone, they want to buy their metal one, maybe $70, $80, still able to buy, but sometimes you are, for the winter, it's a huge wind will blow away. Okay, so that's all what I can sing. So if you have a listing, try and, just follow the step. If you have any question, feel free to ask our office, ask a manager, we can try to help you. So huge topic, we're trying to put in 1 hour. So let's see if there are any questions come out, we can discuss the questions.